Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Barb Pitcock here. Yes, I know my voice sounds like Stevie Nicks. A little bit of a masculine voice this morning. It has been overused. Oh my goodness, what a week, what a week. So, the world is crazy right now, guys. And I just don't even have any notes this morning. I was trying to get my StreamYard key so I could be on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the platforms. Try to just get a message out one time to all the people every Saturday morning since 2006. I have been live at 9 a.m. no matter where I was. So some of you have been watching and listening for years. Before Facebook, we had a dial in conference call number. I still remember the number. It was a 918 number. And every Saturday morning, whether we were at the lake and the kids were little, I remember we had this big room with like six bunks and they hung from the ceiling with ship rope. And the only place I ever had good lighting was like right outside their window. So every Saturday morning, 9 a.m., even when the kids were little, they would be in bed. Everybody having a slumber party in all the cabins. I would be, hey, it's Barb Pickock. 9 a.m. Saturday morning, no guts, no story. So, why no guts, no story? I don't know, guys. I wrote a book back in the day. It's the story ends in 2001. The book was published in 2009, I think, but so much has happened. Oh my gosh. So much has happened and the world as we know it has changed so much and my profession, complete 360. Like I've never seen anything like what's happening right now. And it's crazy because, everybody's been saying this pivot is coming, this shift is coming, but wow, wow, wow. So drop in the comments. If you're watching it live, you'll see live up in the corner. I guess it's up here. If you're watching the replay, type the word replay and tell me how many years have you been following when it was a dial-in conference call line, when it was the very first Facebook Live, when it was on Instagram. Maybe you're watching it on YouTube. How many years have you been following No Guts, No Story? And how did we even meet? Like, I don't consider myself, I never thought of the word influencer. I just go live, do my thing every Saturday morning because I love contribution. That is kind of my need. We all have needs. Some people need to feel significant, some people need to feel secure, and, everything's going to be okay. Some people need contribution. Contribution means like you got to help everyone and save everyone. Some people need to feel loved. We all need to feel loved. That is one common denominator amongst all of us. If babies don't get it, they can actually die when they're born. Like it's a need, right? And the world needs love right now. I mean, the world needs love like it's never needed love. And there's so much division, there's so much judgment, there's so much labeling, there's just so much hate. Oh, the world is a mess right now. But you know what, guys? We can't change the world. The only thing we can do is change ourselves. And if we change, there can be a ripple effect that can literally change the world. Last night, I was driving. Dave and I, we have really had a crazy week, you guys. I was in Phoenix. Today is my little grandson's last football game. And if there's any place in the world that I could be right now, any place, I would be sitting in a lawn chair watching Jet play his last football game. But you know what? There is a season for sacrifice, and there is a season for sowing, and there is a season for reaping, and there is a seed for big rewards. This right now is the season of sacrifice and sowing. So I am not there at the game. I mean, think about it, guys. If you could be anywhere right now, anywhere in the world, let's all just be honest. If money was no object and time was no object, and you could be anywhere with anybody doing anything, what would you want? I think we all kind of want the same thing. Like, we all want the exact same thing. We want to know we don't have to worry about any bills being paid, but we do. So we're all going 100 miles an hour doing all the things, right? Missing out on the most important things. And we all want to know that our future is going to be secure and we're going to be okay. So we do the things we do so we can have the things we know we need to have. Like that's something we all share in common. And really, we all have the same desires. Be with the people that we love and be able to take care of ourselves, right? Hence the reason why people react the way they do to everything. Agree? Whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's business philosophies, like we stack our beliefs based on things we believe to be true because of evidence that has shown it to be true. And sometimes we really don't know anything. And then we're like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know that. Oh my goodness, I never saw that coming. And I think what we all really need to do is just take a step back and breathe. Like, how could we make this world a better place and allow everybody to be on their own soul plan, doing whatever God's intention was for their life? Quit trying to control everyone, quit trying to change everyone, quit trying to press our beliefs upon everyone, and just be a good human. Because how I've always done my profession and how it's happening right now is so crazily different. And if I didn't pivot, I would be gone, gone. And instead, I'm trying to understand, embrace change, learn, grow, pivot, adapt. Maybe I could get better and I could change my thinking. I don't have to take it personally if other people don't think like I think. And we can just be all love. World's going to be a better place, right? So let's talk about that. So, what do you guys do in your profession? Sorry, I'm just sitting on my desk today. Like there's no standing up Energizer Bunny happening today. I'm just sitting here, rising and vibing. I'm Indian style on my desk with a ring light and a suitcase that has been Phoenix, Vegas, Dallas, partway home, stopped at the lake, and I'm like, I don't even know what today's call is going to be about, but we're going to have a chat because there's just a lot of things that everybody is seeing and hearing and watching, and you're all kind of like head spinning scribble head, if you will. Let's just understand and try not to react to the world and the way that it is. And let's try to be all love, high vibration all the time, and release and surrender all the stress. You can't control it. You can't be the one that changes it. You can't be the one that judges whether it's right or wrong or indifferent. Like, you just need to get your own frequency high and be happy. You need to feel good. So, what do you guys do in your profession? Drop in the comments and tell me. I want to know. Is there a teacher? There's a preacher? There's a salon owner? There's a dance school owner? Like, what are all the things that you do? Because it's crazy. This morning, Dave was like, this profession is just so weird that we're in. Like, why do people all act the way they do? And I said, Dave, it's not just this profession, it's the salon business. It is the dance school business. It doesn't matter if it's direct sales, if it's people that have a lawn mowing business, it doesn't matter. Competition is everywhere because we all have the same desire, that's survival. Like everybody's just trying to survive, right? Oh, I see it. Childcare provider, teacher, construction, teaches yoga and Bible study. Okay. This is a great example. So let's say Carla teaches yoga and Carla has a yoga studio. And at her yoga studio, she has all these people that she's always helped and she's always brought value to, and they love her and she loves them. And then one day, her friend that got so good because Carla taught her decides, I'm going to go open a yoga studio. Now, there's two ways that we can react to this. I cannot believe that you would go open your own yoga studio and follow your own dreams and want to go compete with me. And probably some of my customers are going to come to your yoga studio now. Like, I thought we were friends. Or we could say, she's a little baby eagle. She's about to leave the nest. I taught her so good. She's going to go fly high. She is going to go serve and love and encourage and bring value to other people because I sowed a seed in her to make her great. And someday down the road, when none of us are on this planet anymore, she is going to say, because of you, I became great and you sewed into me and I followed my dreams and blah, 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 blah. Right? Now, there's two ways that this works because I've owned a dance studio. And let me tell you, it's a cutthroat world. I mean, the only way to make your studio look better is to beat them at competition, right? Or all the little people in the dance school are saying their dance school sucks and they don't do this and they didn't do that. Like, this is the world we live in, guys. It's hate, division, competition, and tearing down. That's just the way it is. So I'm 52. I'm about to be 53. Dave keeps telling me I don't even know how old I am, but I don't feel that old. Just let me tell you, 52 years of failing forward brings so much wisdom in dealing with people. And I've been in the cutthroat dance school world, and I owned two dance schools and sold them. And they went on to be massive entities that were amazing with great dance teachers. And I was just moving to a different chapter, right? My friendship with them was never about business. If it was, we weren't friends. Like, it is cutthroat and people do get ugly. But here's what I want to say to you: there is enough oxygen in the world for all of us to survive. We don't have to blow someone else's candle out to make ours burn brighter. And there's enough students for every dance school to be successful. Competition is good. And if you want to be the best, focus on you and love and serve your people. If they leave, it didn't have anything to do with you ever. It's them. It's them. So I've had a lot of people leave my business over the years. 18 months ago, Dave and I were at a funeral. We were burying his mom. I was definitely not operating at my top tier level. I had been a caregiver for many months and I was taking care of a daughter who was struggling with addiction. I wasn't good. So, how was I going to sow good into my people? Like, if I didn't have enough leaders to lead the charge without me, they were going to say, "Where's my leader? I can't do this, blah, blah, blah." Or if I wasn't making the right decisions and their opportunity wasn't good and their income was going down, if I came to you this month, I see Tara on here, and Tara owns a salon. I've owned salons, just sold the med spa, 3 months ago when we started Frequenz. So let's say that I go to Tara and I say, Tara, I love the way you do nails and you're amazing. And I've been paying you 5,000 a month, but next month I'm going to pay you 1,000. I just want you to keep coming and showing up. Tara would say, I love you, Barb. I have to go find somewhere else where I can make a living. And that's what happened, right? So in my career, there have been times we all could say that because we weren't at our top tier, because it's like a convoy. Like, when the energy's good and the vibes are good and the love is good and the service is good and the value is good and the product is good, it's good. And when it's not good, it's not good, right? Partnerships, where you work, the environment. I sold a med spa, true story. I had a girl that managed it ever since 2020, and she was amazing. And she got great, perks for being my manager. And then I decided I need to sell the med spa because I can't run a med spa and run the biggest company in the industry that we're just about to launch and it's going to go crazy. Like, I can't be shooting 5 rabbits with one gun, right? Some of you can. You influencers amaze me. You can do this, that, and the other. But the people that I see that are really crushing it have a focus that's unbelievable until they get it to the point they need it. And then maybe they have multiple streams of income. Like, Grant Cardone didn't have Cardone Ventures and Cardone Capital and Cardone Real Estate and 10X Ladies and the HVAC company. Like, he didn't have all those at one time. At one time, he was just Grant Cardone writing a book. And then once he wrote the book and it really blew up, he was like, we should have a seminar. And then once he had the seminar, he was like, we should have EXP Realty. Like that developed, right? So for me, I know I have to have definiteness of purpose. It's just the way that I'm wired. But for me to go tell everybody in my industry, you gotta have definiteness of purpose. What the hell are you thinking? Like, get focused, get to work. Like, people gonna leave me because people don't want to be controlled, right? Let the people do what they want. It is like herding cats, but you got to do what's best for you. And you got to show up and be the best version of yourself. And I know when I'm trying to do 25 million things, I suck at them because I don't have focus. So I decided I need to sell the salon. My sister's a badass realtor, didn't even get it listed, sold the next morning, right? So then I'm like, oh my God, need to go to the manager and tell the manager I was literally having a grandbaby in Arizona. Didn't even have time to communicate. Like, I need to get back home, tell the manager, we're going to sell the salon. I had offered it to her. Do you want to buy it or not? Now, let me tell you guys what happened. The manager always wanted to have her own salon. The new owner always wanted to have her salon. Both great, the greatest in our hometown at what they do. Maybe just not great together. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced this in business, even in relationships, where you're like, wow, I need to make a move. These are my friends. I don't know what to do. I'm just riffing today, you guys, because this is literally business. The dance school, the yoga studio, the salon that I owned. I brought a doctor in to the med spa so that he could do injections and all the things. Cause like I'm not a doctor, right? Like I'll just bring him in. It'll just be one more thing. It's either gonna work out or it's not gonna work out. But it's not me, right? It's not me. It's me looking at my vision. What do I want? What did I really want as an end result? Now, let's just be completely honest here, you guys. Did I want to sit in a med spa all day and run the med spa? No. Did I want to have to work with a doctor all day? No. I didn't even want to be at the salon ever. And I never was. I brought the people to the salon, let them do their thing. I got paid on the real estate, and it was a really good deal. Some people have to control. They have ego versus bank account. They do not have any vision. They do not understand. We can win the battle or we can win the war. Now, let me tell you, when I brought in the doctor and there's all these girls and then the nurses are coming in, it's women. We're emotional. They didn't all get along ever, ever. But I had to create a culture that said, if we're going to be successful, this is what we're going to tolerate. And if it's not going to work out that way, maybe you should leave. And that's culture. Like you in your yoga studio, in your salon, in your church, in your workout, like wherever you go, at your gym, in your cul-de-sac, like whatever you tolerate in your life, the boundaries that you set and agree to, that's culture. So, for instance, in my family, there is no gossip. We don't talk about sisters, sister in laws. We don't talk about grandkids, nieces, nephews, mom, dad. Love them or hate them. Don't talk about it around me. If you do, I'm going to call you out on it because gossip is a low vibration. And I can't afford to have that low vibration when I am up here attracting, manifesting, bringing value, creating incredible results. Like I'm just in a momentum vortex all the time because I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I know what I deserve. I know that I'm worthy and I'm teachable and I'm coachable and I'm humble. Write that word down, guys. You gotta be humble. Here's the reality: you can be right or you can be rich. You will never be both. I'm going to repeat that. You can be right or you can be rich, but you will never be both. And the reason why you react all the time and you freak out and you get irritated and you ruin relationships and you sabotage income and all of the things that you do is it's your ego. Okay. Ego is edging God out. Ego. Write that down. Edging God out. I know I should have started a church instead of a network marketing company. I love Jesus, but I cuss a lot. And here's the other thing. I accept all beliefs because I don't have to be right all the time. If you're Muslim and you're watching this today, if you're atheist and you're watching this today, if you are an addict and you're watching this today, if you have abused someone in your life and you're watching this today, if you're a thief, if you're a liar, if you're depressed, if you, I don't know, whatever people could label bad, I just want you to know I love you. I forgive you. I am sorry. If I've ever done anything to you, please forgive me. Let's all be love. Let's all be love. Because here's what's going to happen at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we're all going to have an audience of one. And guess what? He doesn't give jack bleep what company you're in, what business you did, who you married, if you moved or if you stayed, if you were bankrupt or if you were rich. You know what? The only question, there's only going to be one question at the end of the day. And you all know that question. Like, what did you do? What did you give? What did you serve? And that is the only reason why we're here on this planet. The only reason we're here. Serve and to witness to other people. So I'm going to witness to you guys because this is what I have experienced in my life. I was engaged. Dave was engaged. We were about to get married to people that weren't each other. Me and Dave were not going to get married. We were in other relationships. We were doing whatever we had to do to get our needs met. And one day we looked at each other and said, looking at how this is going to play out is not exactly what we want. But it was a hard decision. And Dave and I were not like in love. We were just friends. Like maybe we were in love. Maybe we were. I loved him when I was 12. Then I dated another guy until I was 21. Then we came back together as friends. Like it was different. Dave was nothing like the guy I was engaged to. I was engaged to a guy that was kind of a tall, big jock, and Dave was a short, stocky bull rider. One dressed one way, one dressed another way. One listened to rock and roll, one listened to country. One liked to party a lot. One was a born again Christian that was just born again, like reading the Bible front to back. Like it was two completely different worlds. And I was really shook up about it, you guys. I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision about my entire life. And I had to go based on how I felt. And it was hard. My own sister, Lori, she will tell you. I mean, my boyfriend had lived with us since I was 16. His mom owned a dance school. They moved to Colorado. I took over her dance school. He wanted to finish high school in our hometown. And my mom and dad just let him live with us. I was 16, like he stayed there. He finished high school. We were going to be married. We had been together since I was 12. It was a weird situation. My own family was like, what in the hell did she just do? She literally closed her salon, closed her dance school, ran off with a rodeo cowboy, moved to Wyoming, shut down everything, and now they're at the food pantry. Like she don't even have any money. I mean, there was a mental place in Hays, Kansas called Hadley Medical Center. And my mom, who had not talked to my dad since I was 18 and I was 21, literally found my dad in South Dakota and said, we should both sign to get her admitted. I think she's having a mental crisis. Like she just ran off and left everything. Because it was a huge sacrifice. But I knew in my gut that I loved Dave Pitcock and I had never felt that way ever in my life. And looking down the road later, and it was ugly. Oh my God, it was so ugly. I never said anything bad about that guy, no matter what ever happened to me. I mean, we were in a toxic relationship. It was a little abusive. There was no loyalty, but I loved his family like my family. I still loved the people. I just had to make a change that was good for me. And I don't even know where this is going, but I will tell you guys this. Dave and I had nothing. And my own family was not really talking to me at the time. And it wasn't until I was delivering our first baby, Brooklyn, and they thought that I was going to die, and they life watched me to Wesley Medical Center with toxemia help syndrome, blood pressure 120 over 40 or something like that. It's in the book. I would have to look it up. Blood running out my ears from the blood pressure. My sister Lori came there beside me, literally was with me. Like there was no more water under the bridge. There was no more water under the bridge. Nothing mattered. You guys realize there are people right now writing a goodbye letter with a gun loaded, ready to give up. There's a lot of people. Every 6 seconds it's happening. The girl that I attended a funeral for last Thursday, I didn't know it. I didn't know what she was going through. She was mourning the loss of her dad. Her recital was Saturday, this past Saturday. Her funeral was on Thursday. Weirdly, another dance school had opened. And she bought my dance school in 2011. She's been wildly successful. There was a lot of stress. There was a lot of grief. There was a lot of other stuff. I have no idea what was going on. And they sold her childhood home the night before. But I want to tell you guys something. We all hurt. We all hurt. We all react. We all protect. We all take things personally. And we all dream up shit that's never going to happen anyway based on fear. And we put that down like it's the word. Like, oh my God, I'm going to lose everything now. Everybody's leaving. Oh my God. Now let me tell you guys. In November of 2022, let's see. This past November was 23. That was not the November. 2022. So Dave's mom got sick on October 1st, and my life was already kind of in a spiral. Dave's mom was sick. I was worried my daughter was going to die. Commissions were going down in a company that I loved based on changes that I couldn't do anything about. And I knew I needed to do something. I mean, I was a co-CEO, but there was nothing that I could do. And I had to look in the mirror and say, is this in alignment with who I am? Products, comp plan, changes, culture, great person. I'm a great person. They're a great person. Is it in alignment? And when it wasn't, I had to say, I need to get in alignment with who I am. My manager that used to manage the salon, when she found out that I was selling it, and it was even a relative, she said, I need to make a move and get in alignment with who I am. And I love her and I support her. And I go spray tan on Mondays at the med spa I used to own. And I go get my hair done on Tuesdays at the new spa that's in competition with the one where my own family, my sister and I started it together before I bought it back from her. Like, it doesn't have to be division, guys. This is the way that the world works. They take things personally, they make assumptions, they write narratives that are never going to happen based on fear. So I come out of this funeral in November of 22, and all of my team that I'm worried about is doing what they've got to do for themselves. And in the worst of times for me, true story, I'm watching this empire that I built just be under attack and like cats, like herding cats, like just division and fighting and like, and it's culture, right? And I said, what can I do to change this? And I want you to look around your world and say, What can I do to change this? And if you can't change it, you do what you got to do to change for you. You don't have to burn the house down when you buy another house in the same cul-de-sac. You can still let the house be there. You are not a tree. You just make a move that's the best move for you. So we own real estate. And in this cul-de-sac here at the lake, there's 3 houses. And about a mile away, there's another one. And there used to be one across the lake. And when I decided to sell the house across the lake and wire the money to come out with a silly little mushroom drink, I didn't even know mushrooms were going to be in it. I made a sacrifice and I said, I'm going to wire this money and see if there's something that I can do to help people like my daughter, like the girl that we lost last week, like the way I was feeling. They're grieving, they're mourning, they can't even get up out of bed, they have no motivation, they're brain fogged, they're sad, they're mad, they're frustrated. Like, this is the whole world, you guys. Everybody is sad, mad, scared, taking things personal, reacting, judging, blaming, labeling, arguing. Like, it's just a really messed up world we live in, right? So here's what I would say to you guys. I loved everyone, even if they left and did what was best for them. Because in my mind, I was like, they're my friends. This is not anything to do with our friendship. This is them doing what they have to do for their families. Dance school, same way. Salon, same way. My industry, profession of direct sales, you guys, it's mostly women. I don't know why, because my husband crushes it. Like, we've always been a power couple. Like, we've always done this together. Drop in the comment if you've ever done direct sales ever, or how many of you know someone that does direct sales. If you do, I would love to know, what do they do? You know, what company are they in? Maybe you tag them in this. So, direct sales has been around forever. And in 1996, Dave and I got started together. But before that, I mean, I had done 3-wick party light candles. I had done Arbonne skincare. I mean, I owned a salon. I had an Avon catalog laying on the table when you came in. I had a 3-wick party light candle going. I was going to do your artistry Amway makeup. I was only doing Arbonne skincare because I wanted this trip to Hawaii. Like, I was doing all the things. Christmas around the world, I crushed it. But I spent every dollar I made on Christmas stuff, so I really didn't crush it. But my best move was Christmas around the world because I actually loved it and believed in it. But nobody came to me and said, you better get that Avon catalog out of here, or we're not going to let you be an Amway, right? Like, it was just different because there was no social media. Nobody knew what I was doing. I was just selling. Now, as I grew in the industry and became, we don't have to talk about how much money I made, but I did pretty good. I had one company, I had one focus, and that's just me. I'm I own multiple companies, and I don't even post my retail stores. My retail stores are always like, Barb, please go live. You'll bring so many people. I don't, because I don't want to confuse my main audience. And the main thing is the main thing. The stores are investment properties and retail stores. The real estate, the Airbnb, I'll give you my link. You can come rent any one of our beautiful homes on the lake, but I'm not trying to be branded the Airbnb girl, the Simple Pure store girl. I'm trying to be branded the girl that changes people's lives, helping them believe in their dreams, accomplish their goals, feel better, do better. I don't care what company you're in. I never have promoted, you should just come and join my company, right? I have not even hit my list, and we have been open for 5 months. I keep thinking that I should email my list, and then I'm like, why should I? Because there's so many people coming. I don't even have to worry about my list. And besides that, if I hit my list, some of you have your people on my list. Like, it's just integrity for me. Like, I don't even need to go there. The reality is, Our profession has changed a ton, a ton. This is what I learned this week. So I went to Eric Worre over the last year. I joined a mastermind. The mastermind's amazing. I mean, it's 30 grand. Most people aren't going to pay 30 grand to go get in a room, but I did because I needed to be in the room to learn. And this is what he said about our profession. It's going to be the tale of two cities. It's going to be the empire that rose, or it's going to be blood in the streets. And there's not going to be anything else. And I was like, wow, that's graphic. And I was just taking notes. And then I went back in December at the CEO summit and he said the exact same thing to them. And then I went back during the holidays to GoPro and he said the exact same thing then. And then there was a mastermind last week and I was so busy because it was the day our company opened. I literally went there for 2 days, paid the money. I only got 2 hours of being in the room. And he said the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And it's like some of you get it, but when you get it, then you're really going to get it. So this is what's happening right now. And I can't even believe it's happening, but this is the truth of what's happening. There are so many ways because of social media for people to make money that a lot of influencers drop an affiliate link and they make money, but they never even join a company. Like they're just selling a hair dryer, a bra, a watch, a walking pad, a stand-up desk off Amazon, a ring light. Like they're getting paid. Now they're not getting a lot. They're getting like 5% kickback or this or whatever. Okay. So in my industry, normally, no different than if I owned a salon and I own the salon and I want everybody to come there and it's my salon and this is my clientele. Do you guys know when Dave and I first got married, I was renting a booth. Remember, we ran away to Wyoming, right? So then we came back to Russell, Kansas, because I was going to have a baby. And of course, I had closed my salon and dance school and everything. So now I just had to rent a booth from Dave's mom's best friend. And when I came back from Wyoming and she came into the salon where she got her haircut, and I gave her a free haircut, free, mind you. Her friend that owned the salon, they weren't friends anymore because I cut her hair. And that's exactly how people react in my profession. Like, here's what happens people take it personally. It's ego versus bank account. They freak out, they react, and it literally sabotages all of their success. So if I owned Positive Reflections Med Spa and we had spray tan, right? But we didn't have a massage therapist. And I decided that I was going to go down the street and have this amazing girl that's in a competing salon give me a massage because we didn't have a massage therapist. Even though I built 6 massage rooms and spent 50 grand, we could never find the right one. I mean, that's business. Some things worked, some things didn't work, right? But I needed a freaking massage. So I went down a freaking massage. That was good. I would be using some of my freaking pain cream if that was happening right now. But I go down the street and I get a massage, and then everybody in the salon goes, she is terrible. Did you hear about her? This, that. Like, you know what I would say to them? You guys are not my people. Like, if you're going to tear down the girl over there that has a salon killing it with massage just because we don't have what she has, then you're not my people. Like, you guys, we've got to be all love. Powerful women have confidence. Powerful men have confidence. In my previous company, when I spoke at the ANMP as a CEO representing our company, I was literally told, do not share that link and don't tell anyone. We don't need our people looking over there. When I went to Eric Worre, I don't think we should promote that. We don't need all of our people looking over there. Now, that's a belief. That's a belief. A lot of people believe that way. But I am pretty confident that if you want to be with me, you're never leaving me And if you do, it would be like Dave coming to me and saying, I mean, I know we have 3 kids and 4 grandkids, but I'm not happy with you. I don't love you. I can't make myself love you. I'll stay here with you. No, that would never happen. That would literally never happen. But if your boyfriend or girlfriend didn't love you, didn't want to be with you, kept trying to find a way to go be somewhere else because you weren't in alignment with them, like, yeah, it's heartbreaking. I lost a shit ton of people during a funeral. And when I say that, that's a Kansas term for like a lot of people. If you're watching this thinking like that's not very CEO like, sorry, like I'm just being real here. It was a gut punch to come out of a funeral and to see that someone that I edified and loved and valued was taking all of my people to a travel company that was non-competing. We didn't have travel, and I didn't really understand the way the industry was pivoting. And I took it like, wow, like maybe we weren't friends. They're cross recruiting all my people. Here's the thing, if you can be cross recruited, you're not my people. I'm not going to go control and hate and like, I want you to be happy. And do you know what's crazy? A young couple that could never afford to get to the events. I always felt bad for them. They were always behind on their bills. They were always trying to figure out how to get ahead. Some of the greatest networkers I ever knew, they're crushing it and they love what they're selling. And I'm glad they're over there because to have someone in your business that's not happy, constantly complaining and stirring up drama because it's not good and it's not good for them and they're losing their house and they're losing their car and they can't pay their bills, like they should go do what they need to do. My top 2 sellers that I ever had in the last 5 years, ever. One is crushing it with travel, and one is selling clothes. And I love them, and I support them, and I applaud them, and I comment on their posts, and I hope they get rich beyond their wildest dreams. Here's what I know, I'm Barb Pitcock, and I'm really freaking good at what I do. And I'm going to go get in alignment. I'm never selling leggings and I'm never selling travel. Because when I have a daughter that is struggling with mental health and my entire family has always had that struggle. My husband lost his only brother to suicide. My dad lost his only brother to suicide. Like God has a purpose for me and I'm in alignment with what I'm doing. Jesus didn't get perplexed when everybody threw stones and said he's a liar, he's a fake, he's a fraud, crucify him. Like he didn't say, let's go de-perplex the perplexed. He went to a new freaking mountain and told his story. So I didn't take it personally. I just kept moving and I kept moving in faith. God, show me what you want me to do, and I am going to show up. I'm going to serve. I'm going to witness. I'm going to bring value, and I am going to manifest through prayer and faith and so much conviction every single dream that you've put in my heart. And I want you guys to go look in the mirror right now and say, God, show me, use me, let me step into purpose. Think about the dreams that you have deep in your gut. Where would you be today if money was no object? What would you be doing? Who would you be with? And go do what you need to do. Quit worrying about if your family's going to disown you if you get in a different marriage. Quit worrying about if your friends are going to question you because you step into what's best for you. And if what I'm doing is not what's best for you, we're friends anyway. We'll probably be speaking on the same stage because you're probably going to crush it doing what you're doing, and I'm going to crush it doing what I'm doing. I still get paid from every company I've ever left, except for one that terminated me before I left based on I couldn't put a lid on it. I couldn't water myself down, right? Like, let's be honest. If you really do big shit, you're going to end up in a lawsuit someday. Do you think Taylor Swift, do you think that Taylor Swift, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Garth Brooks, I don't know who the Michael Jordan. Do you think any of those people are sitting on Instagram thinking about what do you know someone did a podcast about me 2 Friday nights ago, and I don't even know this person? And someone called me. I'm never going to go listen to it or watch it, but she was literally like going off like there was some back story or something. And like everybody was calling, and I'm laughing because I'm like, I don't know that girl. Like, why would she do that? Because she makes millions of dollars putting negative shit on the internet. Like, that's how people make money. So here's the thing, why don't you use some common sense? Use some common sense. What is your purpose? What is your rhythm of life? Like, what do you just love so much that you would do it every single day? You know what I would do every single day? I would hang out with my kids and grandkids. I would take both of my daughters. I would fly to freaking Paris. I would find the dress that Callie wants to get married in. I would get a photo shoot. I would take their boyfriends, and I would take Chance, and I would take Daisy and all the grandkids, and like we would take pictures and we would eat great food and we would laugh and we wouldn't worry about anything. But you know what, guys? I'm not there yet. Like, I'm not there yet. I barely have a voice. I mean, I stopped at urgent care last night on my way halfway home. Like, I've been pushing it. Like, I am at maximum capacity right now. And I have people that are like, go, 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 Barb, go, go, go. And I have people that are like, tear her down. Like, let's report her post. Let's get her in Facebook jail. Like, let's cancel all her TikToks. Let's go make a podcast about her. Let's say that she stole our product idea. Like, you guys, they're going to come in groves, and I'm here for it. Because you know what? Some people love Joel Osteen, and some people think he is the Antichrist. They think he is the devil. He is the worst preacher in the world because he's not their religion. But I'll tell you, there was a time I was really worried about one of my kids, and I handed them his book, and it changed their life. And I don't care what he does or how much money he makes or if he's on TV or not, because that's not my business. There's my business, there's not my business, and then there's stuff that's never going to make sense, like what happened in Kansas City this week. I mean, that's God's business. Some people are saying, hang the person that shot at the thing, and like there's so much hate, and like that person should blah, 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 blah. And you know what? You know what? The person that's all love and all forgiveness, you know what they're saying? I feel sorry for their mom and dad. I wonder what that kid was going through. What would get you to that point? What happened in their life when they were growing up? Like, were they on something and they don't even know that they did it? Because, like, if you've ever been around addiction or recovery, like, they're just not thinking clearly. Was that kid abused and really bad things happened to him? And so, like, that's all he knew? Like what happened? My favorite Super Bowl commercial this year and last year, a church that I don't go to, and I don't care what they believe at their church. You know what? They brought value because they said, don't judge. And last year, you guys go check it out. It's all free clothing. Last year during the Super Bowl, because I really only watched the halftime show and the commercials. True story. This year, I was with Marina on an onboarding Zoom. The entire Zoom, Dave was screaming, thinking the Chiefs were going to lose. Like, I wasn't involved in the game. I was grinding because it's bamboo season over here. Like, there's a lot going under here that nobody sees, and it's about to go 80 feet high. But true story, I went to the website and I got a bunch of shirts in my cart, and they were all free. I got like 5 shirts and a sweatshirt. Everything was free just to raise awareness. And the shirt that I got said, even Jesus was wrongly judged. Value. Like, they're bringing value. What if you made a difference to one person? One person. Could you just be a little more all love and a little less all hate? Could you just quit taking everything personally, like it's all about you, and just vibrate and resonate a little bit higher? I mean, there's death, and then right above death is guilt and shame. Like, there's actually a chart. Go look up the frequencies. So there are people that are feeling so much guilt, so much blame, so much shame that they're just like one octave above dying. And then over here, there's complete love, complete forgiveness. Everything's okay. Everything's good. Some people think I'm a pushover. Some people think I don't have any boundaries. I don't have any enemies. And I keep my enemies close, just like my friends. I tell everyone, I don't care how bad they hurt me. I love you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Like, it's the hopo ono. Like, it's everything is energy, and energy is everything. And if you're angry right now, anger is better than like apathy, where you just don't give a shit about anything. Like, at least get mad. That would be a little bit higher. But your goal is to be all love all the time. People that sued me, that cost me millions of dollars, millions, sued me because they were mad. Do you know why people sue? To stop you, to create fear, to get even, because they're down here. That's why people sue you. That's the only reason why people sue you. Nobody wins an argument, only the attorneys win. It's draining. Now that I've been through all this for 53 years, I'm like, it's no big deal. It's part of business. Then, oh my God, guarantee you, Dave's mom got sick that year. The stress was so high. Like, I literally blamed it on that, because she was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, we built this amazing business together. Like, how could they do this to my kids? Like, emotions. If you don't get anything out of this, you guys get this. Emotions affect every organ in your body. And your hate and your anger, and you're not forgiving your dad, and you're not forgiving your sister, you're not forgiving the business person, you're not forgiving the preacher that said something that offended you, you're not forgiving the person that cheated on you. Like, that is only hurting you. It's hurting your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your brain, all of the water in your body. Like, we're mostly water, and frequency is real. You're either vibrating up high and everything in here is like this, or you're down low and everything is like cement and sludge. And I spent all week with an incredible homeopathic brain health, mental health doctor. She came to meet Dave and I. We got so much value because we were able to talk to someone that works with people with mental health, trauma. I'm not going to say her name. She works for a lot of people. It was like I was being an apprentice, and I was learning from someone who knew more than me, that had so many great suggestions, and was explaining to Dave and I how to parent, how to react, how to help. We were like, oh my God, are you kidding? Like, we've been doing this whole thing wrong. You know why, guys? Because you don't know what you don't know. And you don't know what anyone else is going through. It's your business, it's their business. And if it doesn't make sense and it's horrible, it's God's business. So you got 3 folders in your file cabinet: my business, not my business, God's business. So the wars, the elections, the shootings, the horrible things that are happening, that's not your business. That's God's business. If you make it your business, then your frequency comes way down. It affects your health, it affects your brain, it affects your relationships. Like, it's just not good. And what you go to bed thinking about, your subconscious works on it all night long. So now you're like poisoning your whole body just because you watched it. We have not had the news for I don't know how many years, and I never know what happens unless someone calls me. If Kelly had not called me and said, Mom, I have to go do this live stream, I need the login, but there was just a shooting downtown by my store in Kansas City, I wouldn't have even known that it happened. Of course, I'm saddened. I'm praying about it. I'm grateful that she was not there. I'm praying for that she wasn't Darian's coach was like right there with the first responders, saw them take down the shooter. Traumatic, you guys, traumatic. Traumatic things. They don't make sense. There's good and there's bad in the world. But I want to tell you guys something. You cannot judge, and you cannot hate, and you cannot label and think that you're going to have abundance and good health and manifest what you want. Like, let's focus on what you want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Okay. So anything that you don't want, in your life, I want you to remove it from your vocabulary. If it's a person that's like draining your energy, never talk about them again. If it's something from your past that is a burden that hurt you, never say that again. Just remove it. I want you to think, what could come good from this? Now, I want to tell you guys something. Had I never been at a Most Powerful Women event about 10 years ago, literally did a live sale in my closet to get the money to go because I had lost my income in a wrongful termination suit. I went there, I met someone. I would have never known them had I not gone. I would have never gone had I not lost my income. Okay. Had to lose my income in order to go. Had to go in order to meet someone. To meet someone that ended up not being a good relationship. But through that relationship, I met someone else. A lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of income loss. That someone else that I met is now my partner in something that's literally changing the world. But I had to go down in order to come up. Then I had to go down again in order to come up higher. And I even had to go down again in order to go higher than I've ever gone. As long as every time you go down, you get more momentum and you keep going up higher, it's better. But when most people go down, they stay mad, sad, blaming, shaming, guilty, made a bad decision, failed. Stop that. Like the only way you succeed is failing. Did you not see the whole world hating Patrick Mahomes playing the worst game he had ever played in his life the whole first half? Nobody knew how it was going to end. And I don't care who won. Some people wanted the other team to win. Honestly, I know everybody in my family cares, but like whether the Chiefs won or lost wasn't going to affect my life and my future. It was entertainment. People thought about it, literally made horrible posts about it. Like didn't talk to their family about it, like elections, like a stupid football, like it's dumb, guys. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Here's why I always forgive, always release, always take the high road. There are people right now that I am manifesting through prayer, through dream, through like last Sunday I got home and I was so tired. I had to, or I was in Arizona, I had to pack a suitcase and then I had to go to Vegas. And it was Super Bowl week and it was nuts. And then I had to fly home Wednesday and go to a funeral. And then I switched my suitcase and I thought I was going to be home until Thursday, like 3 days ago. And I got a call from a girl who's an influencer that said, I can't come when you're there on Thursday. Millions of followers, friends with my daughter in law, wanted to go to Dallas and check it out. Now, you guys, I was tired. Sometimes when the funds are low, your debts are high, you're low on sleep, sometimes things are not a very logical decision. My industry, my profession has nothing to do with logic. It's how you make people feel. And some of you are like one little pivot away from a huge breakthrough, but you're so stuck in your old ways of thinking. So this girl makes millions of dollars in a different company selling makeup, but they don't have what I have. And I can't think, oh my God, I hate to bring her here because my people might end up seeing that she sells makeup. Like that's scarcity thinking. Now, she can't come recruit all my people to the makeup company or she wouldn't be a part of the deal anymore. But I can let her sell my product on her wall and pay her and not have to be right all the time. And she will bring a lot of value. And if I'm good enough, and I'm the best, she may want to be here all the time. You guys got to look in the mirror and say, I am enough. I am good enough. I am strong enough. I am worthy. I am powerful. I will be successful. Quit being threatened by someone that's not you. I get in a car, drive 9 hours straight. I'm exhausted. Chance and Daisy had never seen the warehouse. They were going to come anyway. They come. How I would do it would be sit down, look at the ingredients, talk about the comp plan. This girl just made TikToks in the warehouse and flew back home. Now, guys, I don't dance in the warehouse, but I did yesterday. I was like, God, maybe I need to dance in the warehouse. Like, if somebody's making more than you are, learn. Like, I'm 52 years old. I didn't grow up on TikTok, but I'm teachable. No, I'm never going to shake my butt on TikTok, but I have to allow people to do what they do, and I have to embrace that. The next day, 2 solid days. Very intimidating. A doctor, a very skilled, can I meet you? 2 solid days, like through the ringer, all the ingredients, all the labels, all the processing. Like, I'm listening to learn. Like, are we checking all the boxes? And I mean, you guys, I am exhausted. I'm keeping on going. I'm keeping on going. I'm not thinking I'm too tired. I can't do this. No, I'm not making any excuses because I'm manifesting what's on the dream board. It's not a dream board, it's a visual board. It's happening. I'm going to have an entire warehouse filled with millions of people placing orders, changing lives, because I want to build a center for women for recovery, addiction, to bring all the families back together. Families like me, where the sisters don't talk, where the brother is no longer in the family. Like, I mean, my kids' brothers in their family, but Dave lost his brother. I want you to think about this, you guys. All of the pain in my life brought me so much purpose. I cannot control everybody around me and what they do, nor do I care. I'm going to get my blinders on and do what I'm good at, and I'm going to listen to learn, because there is going to be a tale of two cities in my industry. It's going to happen. It's happening right now. Do I agree with everything? No, I think people should focus. I mean, I would love everybody to just become a seven-figure earner and make all the money they need and achieve their dreams and experience the life that Dave and I were able to live because of this industry. I want to teach that. I want to create that culture. But, there's some people that never want to get in that circle. They don't want to join a business. They don't want to be in an MLM. They don't want to go to a meeting. They don't want to get on a Zoom. Like, they never want to do that, right? The ones that do, let's go. Let's make millions of dollars together and build an empire. But while we're doing that, there will be a lot of people, they only want an affiliate link. And I don't care what they do, they can do all the things. But why would I say I don't want you to do it just because it's not the way I've always done it? I'm telling you guys, there's a pivot happening. Our company is exploding. It's absolutely amazing. I have learned so much this week. And if there's anything I've learned, especially from the doctor, it's that energy is everything and everything is energy. And you have to change your energy. You have to release it, surrender it. My journey is not Brooklyn's journey. I need to quit trying to change Brooklyn to be like me and love Brooklyn and be a great mom. And the Lord is going to use Brooklyn to change so many people's lives because it's her story. Why would I try to change her story when God is allowing that path? You all look at your manifestation board, get in front of it, stand up straight. The doctor told me this is what you do. And I'm late for a Zoom with a huge influencer that I need to get on right now. So I got to end this. But here's what she said. Stand in front of your board, shoulders back. You want to face it straight on. And you look at it and you say, that is mine. I am going to have it. I will live in that house. I will drive that car. I will build that nonprofit. I will change that many people's lives. I will fill that stadium. I will write the book. I will make the movie. And every day you have to feel in your gut what that is. So the girls I was with yesterday that flew in that have a big influencer coming on, they wanted to come and see it because basically they do affiliate links and it's a little different world. I said, so what is your dream? What is your goal? And everybody says, I want to make impact. I want to change the world. I want to do this. I want to do that. But you guys, what would it take to do that? How much money? How much time? Take this as your vehicle to do that. It's just a vehicle. What is that? Do you open your own salon? Do you have your own yoga studio? Do you put your cars on Turo? Do you buy real estate like we did? Like, what are you going to do? And get clear on that and put your blinders on and get in your rhythm of life. That's your alignment. Don't let anybody else tell you what you need to do. And while you're doing that, stop tearing down everyone else that's not doing what you're doing. because a statue is never going to be erected for a critic. Stop bullying them. Stop telling them, like, I thought you were my friend and this and that and the other. Just release it. Release it. Like the ex boyfriend that doesn't want to be with you anymore. Release it, right? They might come back. They might come back. They might come back to your salon. They might come to get a pedicure from you because where they went to get their haircut doesn't have a pedicure thrown that massages them. All love, all the time. God has a plan. He's taken you through the valleys so he can give you the momentum to put you on the top of the highest mountain. And you guys, I am so humbled at the people that are coming to me. This is not me. I am not that good. I am a child of the Most High God, and I have surrendered and trusted him. And I don't care what you believe. You can believe whatever you want to. I'm just saying for me, I know that I know that I know that I will love everyone. I will judge no one. I will embrace whatever people want to do. I will cheer them on, and I will stay in alignment with who I am and what I stand for, and I will build an empire. And those of you that want to build an empire, all you got to do is grab a brick, because we're all in this together, and everybody is experiencing mind, body, bank. The only people that aren't are the people who are staying stuck, divided, full of hate, full of control, full of resistance, full of judgment. Those are low vibrations. So we started a company that's all about frequency, about your energy. I mean, all I have to do is drink this delicious drink, and I'm high vibing every single day. And if you aren't, we should talk, because the reality is you deserve to be a part of a movement that you're in alignment with, that you could be a part of, that you could be celebrated, that you could be valued. And maybe it's not health. Maybe you need to go do jewelry or makeup or clothing or whatever. I can help you find that. I don't need to control you. I'm just saying, step into your greatness, get out there and use the gifts that God put in your heart. He blessed you with them. If you don't use them, you're going to lose them. And don't resist the dream in your gut. Imagine if I had resisted Dave Pitcock just to get approval from everyone else. My life would have had a completely different narrative. And if you don't like the narrative you're in, take the pen and rewrite it, because you deserve it. I love you. I forgive you. I thank you. Please forgive me. Those are the words that you say all the time. Text that to someone right now and watch them freak out when you send it. It's all love all the time. It's the highest vibration, and it will bring you so much abundance. Faithful prayer with conviction. Fear is the opposite. It's an absolute contradiction. And when people do all the low vibration, hate, divide, gossip, it's fear, guys. They're just afraid. They're just afraid. Pray for them more than you talk about them. You'll get better results. Have a great day, everyone. I'm late for my next Zoom. I'll see you next Saturday. If you got some value, please share this. I always forget to say that. Please hit the share key. That's the only way I can really get this word out to other people, and it's absolutely free. Have a great day, everybody.